going on my 41 right now. I'm going through Palm Beach. Yeah. You ain't got that, do you?
Yeah.
You gonna edit it out?
Yeah, I edit it out.
Alright, thanks.
So, that's a little bit. So, who is JR Star?
I'm me, man. I'm just a regular old person with, of course, dreams and ambitions like everybody else. I just work hard. I don't consider myself to be too much different than everybody else. I try to be as honest as I can and tell the truth. And I'm just me. I'm march to my own drum, perform to my own orders. I like what I like. Just me.
Where did you get the name JR Star from?
JR Star stands for J Rock Star. So depending on who I'm around, you'll hear people always say, "What's up, J Rock, J Rock, J Rock." So that was my name whenever I was in the streets doing my thing. And JR Star just came on later, like towards the tail end, just kind of how I was living way before I started rapping or anything like that. Like I always had bitches. I was always this person. I just didn't rap. So that's where JR Star came from. But JR Star just means J Rock Star. J Rock's just been my name. I just put the star on the end of it.
Alright. How did you get inspired to rapping?
I've always really liked music. I've always enjoyed music, and I wanted to rap, but I never just kind of took that step. I was with Benny, my homeboy's brother. We was going back to his house one day, and he just kind of had the whole setup in the middle of the living room, and it was, I almost feel like it was divine intervention or something, like somebody's telling me this is what you're supposed to be doing. So I just been rapping. I've been rapping ever since. I've just been going hard ever since.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your goals?
My goal is to basically have a Great State Music Group off the ground and be running with them as an entire company. Of course, I want to be on the radio and touring and traveling and just having a decent income, being able to support my family through only the music, and kind of get out of the other shit, you know. Hopefully we're just still making progress. I understand nothing happens overnight. It may take 5 years, it may take 10 years. We just got to keep on grinding and just trusting in what I'm doing, in my vision, I guess.
All right. What kind of message do you think the music provides for your listeners and your fans? What kind of message do you speak to your music?
Each song is different. So my whole mixtape or my album or whatever is not gonna be all trap songs or drug songs or whatever. I speak about my life and I just hope somebody relates to it. I mean, the message I would hope to send is honesty for one, and understand that if I'm talking about selling dope or this and that or the streets, I also talk about my friends being in prison. I also talk about the times my mother hurt and my friends that passed away and my friends that got shot. So I tell every side of my story rather than just the glorifying, oh, well, I'm a street nigga and I do this and I do that. I kind of give people the entire story of it. My message would be hopefully just if somebody just believe in themselves, and if you feel like you could do something, you just do it. You know, like, have the confidence in yourself rather than waiting for somebody else to okay what you're doing or approve of what you're doing. Just say fuck them and just do it yourself.
What do you feel about today's hip hop and where it's heading, and who is your favorite rapper?
I don't like a whole bunch of artists today. Not saying they don't make good music, it's just I personally don't like it. I don't like Michael Jackson. And he's the, you know what I mean? So my opinion about music doesn't determine whether you're good or not good at music or whether you'll be successful or not. It's just not my specific taste. What you get today is a lot of people, and I guess my generation really kind of started. A lot of people was kind of just rapping about things they don't know anything about. So it gives the impression to the world that this is cool and things like that. So they rap a lot about drugs and money and all this shit, and you got all these kids doing that exact thing. They think it's cool to be fucked up on Xanax and shit all the fucking time, on lean and all this bullshit all the time. I think it's just kind of giving the wrong impression to the kids, you know, like the kids who don't have dads, kind of show them what's right and what's wrong. I feel like maybe they're putting out the wrong impression of what it is to be what they call real or anything like that. My favorite rapper today is Kevin Gates. He's my rapper who today that I feel like I'm more excited to hear his new projects than anybody else. Like my favorite rapper of all time is Lil Wayne. And then today, like I don't really get into too much of today's music, but at the same time, I don't listen to the radio that much anyway, so I don't, you know, like there's not a whole bunch of commercial artists who I really like.
You feel like, what do you feel about local artists? And just in general, what do you feel about local artists? I
respect everybody's grind, because I know how hard it is, especially locally, because you don't make a whole bunch of money off the music, and you have to believe in yourself to invest in yourself. So I appreciate the grind, and I respect everybody's craft and things like that. I think if we as artists like helped each other out a little bit more and things like that, we'd find more success in our city. But as long as like everybody's in competition with each other and intimidated by the next person, it'll be hard for anybody in the city to really blow up or become successful like that.
Okay. What is music to you?
Music is my life, man. Music is my everything. Music is my release. Music is everything to me right now. It's a lot more than a hobby. It's not just something I do for fun. It kind of helps me out mentally, and me doing things and kind of get things off my chest. It's my my therapy, I guess.
Do you have any upcoming projects coming up? Can you name a few?
Yeah, I'm working on
projects that you have on YouTube or something.
Oh, previously I got Starstruck 1 through 4. I think I did 4, and the Baby was my last one. I have Great Minds Think Alike with my company, Fours and Features, and then Cloud9. That's all previous. What I'm working on now, I'm working on a mixtape called Starving to kind of go into my my album. My artist Reezy's coming out. I want to say it's Misunderstood. I think it's almost finished. I think we're kind of just doing like the last little stages on that. And then I'm gonna do Great Minds Think Alike 2, and that should be just about what we're doing this year and maybe the beginning of next year. I think so. Oh, YouTube, of course. JR Star, OZ, Quarter Ounce. I got a bunch of different videos on my page. My Aziz Visions. I got some videos on that page. Skrilla, my homie, always looks out for you, boy. We're always working, man. If you follow Facebook, Justin Johnson or JR Star Great State Music Group, Instagram, Twitter at JR Star 813. If you follow me on social media, you'll get the updates and links. I'm normally putting videos up often.
That's all.
We had this shit going, man, back in the day. This motherfucker shit was jumping cars and not this motherfucker. For sure, thousands of dollars a day come through here, for sure, easily. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's this one up here, right? I think this one right here. Yep, right there. Long ass days, man. Old Mousetrap, man. That shit was a long time. Me and Drop, that's my homie Drop, man. We used to be that motherfucker sleeping on the couch, order Hunger Howie, man. We never leave this shit. Just sit here all day, working. It's a long time. I ain't been in this motherfucking trailer park 5-6 years. Bring back some memories, man. Back old Gibsonton. It's crazy.
Alright, start. I'm confused about one thing. Not really no more. But what's your nationality?
Mixed. My father's black, my mother's white. African American and Caucasian, I guess.
A little Derek Jeter going on.
Yeah. That's why I look so good. You know? Yeah, I'm mixed, man. I of course identify as to be African American, but I'm mixed. I love both sides of my family. I love everybody, man. I wish the best for everybody. Of course.
All right.
But Black Lives Matter, though, for sure.
All right, little side question that has nothing to do with music. What's your preference in women?
Oh man, I like for her to have a vagina. You know, that's like one of my main things. Like, as long as you got a vagina, we can work it out from there. You know what I mean? We work that shit out. I have no cultural preference as far as what her culture should be. As long as she likes to work and she's not like lazy and fucking sitting here waiting for me to do everything, think for her and all that shit. I don't like that shit. I like a good independent woman, got her own shit, do her own thing. Pretty's not bad. I like being a pretty girl, but I don't have no type. Let's say there's not a specific girl who I look for each time. Like if she's pretty, we'll go from there, and if we get along, we get along. If we don't, we don't. I guess. I just like girls. No, any kind, doesn't matter.
This is the last question I'm gonna ask you. Where did J.R. Star grow up? How was J.R. Star's childhood, and how did that make him the man you are today?
I grew up in Donaldsonville and in Ruskin. Really, kind of both places. My mom and dad are both still together. So, of course, I'm thankful for that. That's very rare these days, and they're good people. You know, it's not like they're in and out of jail or anything like that. My parents are good people. We just didn't have a lot of money, and like we're poor. I'm the baby of all of us. So of course, I had like a lot of hand-me-downs, a lot of my brother's clothes, a lot of sharing my room with my brother, and I think that just made me want for more. Like it made me want to do things for my family and different things like that. Donaldsonville made me tough, made me know how to fight, and just we grew up. It was a struggle, man. It was rough, hard days. A lot of disappointing holidays. Christmases and birthdays, we ain't really get much of anything. It just made me hungry. It made me want to hustle harder, is all.
Go ahead, do it again.
J.R. Star, Great State Music Group, Posse Up, Paradise Video Shoot. Turn to shouts out to everybody coming, show love to me, man.
Including, excluding.
Right.
So
Everybody,
we got the
man.
Family, you know
what I'm saying? This is fam right here. So when you fuck with him, you fuck with the village, you know what I'm
It
saying?
may not be thick in
It's
the
right
water.
here, this fam.
Yeah, all that.
Gotcha.
Lived over here, so a lot of you, especially y'all young motherfuckers, y'all trapping out here for no reason. So yeah, we trapped out here. See, we lived over here. Keep in mind, like at that time, I want to say my brother was the oldest person, and he might have just turned 21. I want to say I was like 18 or 19. Drop was like 17, and we was relaxing, man. We was doing our thing. So you can imagine us living in here, and then us being who we are, and then doctors and shit next to it who stay at the house right here, 8445. So shit like that, I don't know who stay here now.
Okay, we can see that big ass house. That was you?
Absolutely, 6-bedroom. So when we were working, this is where I called my first raid. They came and raided us here and took us out. And we had the whole fucking, everybody was standing out in the fucking things, the sidewalk and shit, all our neighbors. And they came and raided us in this motherfucker. We all went to jail except for Drop, because Drop stayed downstairs. He was able to get to his room. And this was our first, the first time I got raided, we got raided in this house right here. I want to say that was fucking, 2007? Something like that, probably like 2007.
So how long you did in jail?
Nah, I ain't, shit, I get out of jail, I get out, man. I got bond money. The longest I ever stayed in jail was the last time we got raided was 60 days. I think I did. When I got caught, and this right here, I took my 2 years probation. I just did my probation, and then when I got raided last year, they offered me probation again 2 years, and I just said nah. I just went and did my my time. They offered me look, here's my homie right here. Speaking of the devil, look at him. Hello? Hello? What up?
Hello?
What's up?
What's up, bro? Where you at?
I'm right here at Carriage Point, man, just showing our house for this little thing right here. My little interview.
All right.
I showed her where we. Oh, look! I see your girlfriend.
Who?
Shirley.
Oh, hey, nice son.
Where you at?
I'm at my mom's house, bro.
What you got going on?
Shit, man. You wanna go? No, man. Just come get me. We'll go from there, bitch. That's how we normally do.
All right. Let me go do 2 more things. I'm over there. I'm gonna head over there. I'm in Gibson right now.
All right. Hey, don't leave me here too. I know I'm asking, man. I need to go. But no, hey, we'll go from there, bro. I'm right here.
All right.
All right, love you, dog.
All right, man. I love you. That's my homie Drop, man. He dropped this come home October 1st. See, what I was talking about, I caught my 2 years probation. And then at that time, we all get into trouble. Deuce that went to jail, he caught 7 years. Drop went to jail, he caught 10 years. My brother went to prison, he caught 36 months, he did 30. So I'm kind of watching everybody around me go to prison, so I took a step back. And I mean, it's like I'm seeing where I'm going and continue to go. That's stupid. So I took my step back, kind of just relaxed a little bit, had some kids and shit, and just got back to it, man. But it's hard to find a lot of niggas who will fuck with you no matter what. Like, it's hard to hang with the same niggas you did 10 years ago. It's hard to go through so much and still have the same homies around you, still have the same niggas fucking with you and things like that. A lot of times right now, like the first sign of trouble, the motherfucker's gone, they ain't never gonna fuck with you again. There's a whole bunch of people, there's a whole bunch of people, we used to pretty much feed their whole family. We used to look out for them, give them work, do all kind of shit when we was kids. And none of them motherfuckers wrote nobody, the motherfuckers, they all gone, man. And that's just the way this shit is. So it's hard to find loyalty out here in the streets, man. There's no honor amongst thieves, they say. And that's really where the whole game is going now, honestly. There's a whole bunch of fucked up people taking pictures of them doing crimes. Hello? Hello?
Hey.
What up?
You forgot to tell me about your boy.
Who?
Mississippi.
Oh, all right. I don't want to talk about it on the phone, but I'll tell you.
All right.
But so what happens is, man, people just, it can't, I don't know. I like to think it's not the music. I like to think people know it's just music, but it's crazy these days, man. It's crazy. People just want to get fucked up to where they can't remember it, and they're taking Snapchats and Instagram with them fucked up every single day. Shit's just whack to me, I guess. But I'm old too. I'm an old nigga now. So they're probably saying the same thing about me whenever they was coming up, whenever I was coming up. So now I'm just saying the same thing about these younger motherfuckers. But I don't know. Hopefully it gets better before it gets worse though. These motherfuckers, like 20 years from now, I don't even know what they're gonna be rapping about.
Another side note that has nothing to do with music, no interview. What is your outlook on this year's election? You know, a lot of people want to hear shit like that. Well, what is your outlook on this year's election? How do you feel about it? What are you voting for?
I'm not allowed to vote because I live in Florida and felons can't vote. So I lost my voting rights. If I was, I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like the person who he is. I don't like the things that he says. I don't like that stuff. Hillary Clinton, I don't like her either. I think she's getting a lot more. I think people are a lot harder on her than what she deserves, and a lot of the things that she is being blamed for is bullshit. Like the whole Benghazi shit, that's all bullshit. The Republicans are the one who voted to cut the funding for the embassies. And you know what I'm saying, when they did the report, they found out the embassy didn't have enough security. Well, the Republicans are the one who voted to fucking take the security or take the funding for the security, but they're now blaming her. So it's like if you don't pay attention and you just only look on the surface, it's easy to get misinformed. I think that Hillary Clinton is a normal politician, and I know that people don't want that, but Donald Trump isn't the answer. There's no way he's the answer. So I'd rather take my chances with the same fucking bullshit we've been having for all this time than to try to change it up with this motherfucker. I think if everybody in the country would hold our politicians accountable, and we demanded more like information and transparency and things like that, then we go farther. The reason why they treat us the way we do is because we're so much against each other, whether you're black, you're white, you're rich, you're poor, whatever. Like, we're always attacking each other. You're either Democrat or you're Republican and this and that. So now we have it to where the Congress is not even doing anything, or they're blocking their own bills, or like once Barack Obama became president, and there's senators and shit saying that their job is to make sure that his presidency is not successful. That says a lot about how much they care about the average person. So once politicians become more interested in the political leverage rather than the best, like the good of the community and shit, we're doomed. But everybody's so involved in the Democrat Republican bullshit that they just say whatever, and they get away with that shit because nobody's holding them accountable. So I just think us as Americans got to do better. We can't fucking sit here and just pray that somebody comes help us if we're not doing anything. If a Congress could stop working and nobody says anything about Congress, but y'all want to blame the president, that's a problem. So when senators are saying we don't want him to be successful, and that's a problem, but nobody's holding them accountable. Everybody's just saying, well, the president this, the president that, the president this, the president that, which is mostly bullshit. Most of what I see is a fucking absolute lie, 100% lie.
All right. Last and final question. I didn't get to ask you this before. Where do you see yourself in the game if you was to get signed? And who will you get, like, all right, where do you see yourself in the game? And if you could get signed, who would it be to?
I would like to be signed to Interscope Records, Universal Records as a company, like Great State Music signed, same way Cash Money got signed. So Cash Money signed to Universal Records, and I would like that. In the game, I never wanted to be a rapper. I never wanted to be big, or I want to be the boss. I want to be Puff. I want to be Suge Knight. I want to be those guys. So that's where I see myself, not just making a good thing for J.R. Star as an artist, but for my entire company as Great State Music Group, so we could impact the culture.
All right. That was my next question. What kind of impact do you think Great State Music Group would do for today's hip hop or tomorrow's hip hop?
I think it would be positive, for one, for sure. Oh shit, positive for sure. But I would like to just, I would like for us to be as impactful as a Cash Money was. Because if you come up under a certain era, you did not hear Cash Money records, same as Bad Boy or even Death Row. If you come up under a certain era, you did not hear these people. So the same impact that Cash Money had on the culture, to where they took over pretty much the whole radio waves and shit like that for a certain amount of time, I would like that. and that of course gives my family and different people opportunities to better themselves and things like that.
Talk about this. How you walking?
Studio? Oh, it's the greatest thing. Sorry if my grass ain't cut shit right now. But, when I first started rapping, we was throwing parties and shit here. Every weekend I record here. Last time I got rated here. I'm actually in the middle of remodeling the shit right now. So I'm taking all this shit down, of course, redoing my whole shit to make it a lot more better, a lot more professional looking. So I tore everything out. So now it's probably a bad time to look at it, but it'll come out good. But yeah, man, we got rated here too. I went to jail right there on the motherfucking floor. Same shit, man. We just trying to be successful, I guess, bro.
What does this cheddar mean to you?
This is everything, man. This is where I started. You got so whenever I began rapping, I started rapping with Benny and Jesse, and then they kind of lost interest. So I was rapping with my brother and Shaq, but they were in Montana, so we were emailing a lot of things back and forth. To where I came here, and this is actually my first so-called studio. This is before all the air conditioning and all that shit came. I was in the back rapping with no air, no nothing by myself. So this is like my heart and soul of my operation. This is where I come to pour my heart out. We went from back there to up here, and we were building up, and this is everything to me, man. This trailer right here. This is where I make a lot of my music. When I put out the 6 mixtapes in a year, I recorded them all in here. A lot of long nights in here. A lot of fun times, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, truthfully. It's a lot of time, man. A lot of time here.